I guess, lockdown and COVID, what kind of got the gears turning and turned it into, you started working on music?
What
kind of led to that?
I really don't know. I just wanted to start writing beats because we used to do, so in Dear Heart, we used to write beats on this Akai sampler and it was so hard, it was so difficult to do it back then. And then I found this little program and I was like, wait, I just want to like program drum beats. That's all I wanted to do. And then I was like, oh, well then I can easily play a little pad on that. Oh, okay, this is starting to come together.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, wait, let me format this into a song. Because the way Dear Heart worked actually was that Sterling would program a lot of the drum parts with everything there, and we would just write to it. And so I was like, I could probably do that. And so that's what I started doing. And then I would just write a whole song, just the drums, and then be like, okay, what goes on top of that? Where's this? Where's that? And then I realized my limitations pretty early on. I said, well, I can't do a lot of this, but I have good ideas. And so I started sending him to friends of mine. I sent him to my friend Mark at Sony, and he loved it. He was like, oh, this is cool. Keep doing this. And I was like, okay, well, you're backing me up on that, so I'll keep going. Then I talked to Tom Lamacchio, a good friend of mine, who's just been doing it his whole life. And he started cleaning up some of my stuff and making them more songy. And I was like, wait, this is like a viable, fun thing to do. And I had no intention. On doing music again, but it just happened. And then I started writing, and I was writing for 2 years straight.
Yeah, and I guess it's kind of turned into like a little bit of like collaborative thing too, because I know she had the
whole thing is
on
collaborative.
The one song, and now
the idea always from the beginning. Once I realized that once Sony actually pulled us in and said, would give you this development deal. Once they did that, I was like, well, it's going to be a featured artist thing because I can't pull people, but I can pull their fans.
Yeah.
And I can't sing. So it's just a win-win. And so that's how it started. And we're backed up. We've probably got a good 10 more singles like stacked up, and it's all featured artists. It's all featured artists. So that makes it easier. You know what I mean? That makes it easier, especially I let them write, and then we split royalties a certain way, but that makes it easier. I just do the instrumentation and like I said, I mean, the whole thing is collaborative. Back in when Tom was actually kind of in Visors more, Tom did a lot of work. He did a lot of things to help. He did a lot on Fine Line, that song that just came out. So, it's like it's just kind of figuring out what I can and can't do.
Yeah, I mean, everything I've heard has been like super groovy.
Thank you. Yeah,
very smooth sounding. Like doesn't feel like it's this overproduced thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's really not. I mean,
I feel like a lot of the thing I hear these days is just like songs that feel like they have nothing to them, but they're just put together to throw out.
Yes.
To generate streams. So.
Well, it's really easy to get great sounding stuff, and it's really there was the loudness wars that happened and all this stuff, and it's like you can get anything to sound great, but are you writing songs? What are the songs like? You know what I mean? So I'm not really, but it just happens that we have a lot of good people in our corner that help mix and stuff like that. So our stuff's going to sound great, but it's not, the first thing is the song. I want to make sure the song is good.